Hi, previously said I would show you how to load in code point data. Previous video showed how to download it, how to process it, so that it was in a format that can be brought into QGIS. This second video now will show you how to bring in a delimited text file that's got coordinates into QGIS, and so it's meaningful. So one of the most important things really in QGIS is this little, down the bottom right hand corner you will see where it says EPSG 27700. Now that is the coordinate reference system, which, let me just flick this so that you can see the window that's just popped up. There we go. So you can see here there's a number of coordinate systems. I'm in the UK, so I tend to use this one, which is EPSG 27700, but Google Mapping tends to use that, and that's the standard global one. So we'll go back to the OSGB one. For now we'll apply that and OK, and I'll just turn back to the, there we go. So we're back on the main QGIS window. So I'm going to load in the a bit of background mapping to start with. So my browser, let's put in some Google Satellite and some Google Map. Let those load in. And I'm also now going to, while they're loading in, because they're taking quite some time, I'm going to load in the delimited text layer, because I know you've not got all day. So you can see this, you can't see. Let me just change that so that you can see. Project properties, data source manager. Right, okay. Now you can see this window. So we're going to browse for the file, which should be in my temp folder. So see temp and code point GB data CSV, and you've got all the individual ones, and you'll see the one that I created earlier called compile.csv, and we'll open that, and we'll see here it's coming in with all these codes. Now get rid of that one because we're omitting a column, a row of data, shall we say, there. And you've got these options here: no geometry, which is just if it was a text file without any geometry, well-known text, and point coordinates. We want to go with point coordinates, and now we know that the X field is field 3, which is the eastings, and the Y field is field 4, and we'll add those in. So, and close that, and they are adding in. So I will just flick back to this window, will close shortly, so I will flick onto the main QGIS window. You can see what's happened. That's not worked. That's 1 second. Bear with me, apologies. Where is it? There we go. There we go. Right. Okay, so you can now see a lot of dots gradually appearing in the UK. So we'll zoom right in so that you can see where all these are, and this will take a little bit of generating. So let's zoom right in so that we can see how dense these points really are. So ironically, not too far from where I actually live, so that was rather ironic. So we can go in here, so let's have a look at this area here, and you can see the Google mapping is coming in. There's the the Google satellite, there's the Google mapping. You'll notice in QGIS everything is layered, so that is the top layer, that's the second layer, that's the bottom layer. So the Google mapping is above the satellite. If I untick that, you will then get the Google satellite. Well, what we're actually here for is to look at the postcode points. So you can see here these are various points around the area. So you can imagine if you're trying to pinpoint something, you're going to get in the general right area using postcode data. It's more accurate than, say, an output area centroid, in terms of locating things. I can't remember the exact numbers, but it relates to a number of properties will be under a single postcode. As you can see, there's quite a long road through there, which doesn't have too many. So I think it varies from place to place with how many codes cover how many properties. But that effectively is that file in there. So if we open the attribute table, this will take a moment or two just to crunch, because there are a rather lot of records in there. We'll let that open. If it's actually opening, doesn't seem to be doing a great deal. So what you will get is that, oh, there we go, we have the spinny wheel of that Windows shows when it's loading something up, which you can't see, but I can. So that is loading up in the background somewhere. I will abort it so that we can then flick to a semi-complete table. If that's still come up. Where are we? There we go. So it's on there now, so I might have picked it from there. Nope. Nope. I wonder. Okay, bear with me, folks. Okay, that's not working for some reason. So, but effectively, the whole window of postcodes has popped up, and that you can then have a look at the actual table. Maybe because I aborted it, but it's such a big file, it will take many minutes to actually come. But as you can see, looking around, when it regenerates, there's a small sort of settlement there with quite a number of postcodes. So that's how you get the postcode data in, and then all you simply do is you add any text file in and you actually join it via the postcode, and then the data you can then use to actually visualize, say, particular types of premises that may say it was a hairdressers or barbers or butchers or something like that, and you had a list of them with all the postcodes. You'd then be able to pop them on a map and show them everywhere. So, okay, I hope that was of use, but feel free to drop any comments in the bottom, and I'll be back with another video shortly.